Hi, it's Suzanne from moonsongdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me. Today's project is a gift bag and I really like the way this has turned out. It has a nice sort of profile and I really love this triangle shape, and I've made this using the Birthday Fiesta Designer Series paper just because I think the colours are lovely, and I've just tied it up with some Melon Mambo ribbon. So to make your paper you need, to make your bag you need a piece of paper which is 14 centimetres by 15 centimetres, and you fold it in half. Now I've already done this bit, but the easiest thing to do now is to mark down the centre, because that's where you're going to fold. So you're going to fold, and let's make that a really good crease. You don't need to burnish it, but you're going to be folding from that centre line down to there. So very carefully, like that. And in fact, did I score it? I'm going to get my scoring tool because I think it's going to be easier to do it with that. So you just get your, I'm going to get a pen and mark the centre line here like this, there and there. It just gives you a much more accurate, get cutting blade out of the way, I think it would give you a more accurate score. Just very lightly, because it's paper you don't need to do a very firm score, and really it's only a guide mark. So find your centre point again, like that, and then finally this bit, last bit, making sure it's matched up. The bag sort of came about, oh that's the cat. The bag came about really because I was just messing about with bits of paper, and just see the score mark there. I was just messing about with bits of paper and sitting in front of the television, and I liked the shape, so I just played with it a bit. You can see how light that score mark is there. That. And then the last one, but it does need to be very accurate, like that. And then you just fold, so give it a really good firm crease. And then what you do is you just fold this one out to meet that line, and again try and be as accurate as you can. So fold it in, and then just making sure it folds like that, and again nice sharp creases, sort of a bit of origami this, and then like that. And then the final one, it's this bottom bit here you need to be a bit careful of, because it can tear, and again you need it to be a nice sharp crease. So that is now, if I can get hold of it, when you glue those and glue those, that will give you the shape of your gift bag. So we're going to glue this now, and I'm going to get a scrap of, this is just photocopy paper, and I'm using fuse. The first bag I did, I used snail, and it just, I don't know why it didn't stick. I don't use snail very much, and I don't know whether it was a bit of an old, maybe an old one. So you're just doing a very thin line of fuse, and then you have to try and get it off the paper like that. There you go. Do that, and then you can just carefully fold your bag there and there, and then when you push it in, you'll get that lovely profile. So to make the holes, I'm going to use my handheld punch, and this is the 1/8 of an inch, I think. And they're going into this section here because that's what's going to be holding your bag together. So I can't get hold of it. So put a hole in there, and then you can match it up with this. Okay, so it's the other one was easier because it had stripes, so you could actually match up. Let's turn it the other way around, I think. Let's see what I'm doing a bit better. You could kind of match it up. It's not bad. On this one, so you knew that it would go in that yellow stripe. This one doesn't have them, so it's a bit more fiddly. But by eye, just in the middle. Like that. Okay, now before I put the ribbon in, no, I'll do the ribbon. I'm using Melon Mambo stitched ribbon, which I think is really nice, and I've got my fabric scissors, and I'm just going to snip the end into an angle so it goes in there. And it goes out the back, like that, and then it goes in like that, and then out the front. Let's just get that, oops, like that, and then in again, and then you can just pull it through a little, and then the hard bit is actually holding it together while you're tying it. So I've got get rid of those. I've just got a little peg, and I'm just going to hold that, let's pop that on there. Wish I'd thought of that when I was doing the prototype. It had me in all sorts of knots. Hello, Mrs. I'm slightly challenged in the knot department, aren't I? Look. That'll do, I think. There you go. Now for the sentiment, I cut 2 circles, but I'm going to use some glimmer paper on this one, I think. So with the larger circle, which is the inch, I'm going to punch out a circle of glimmer. I like glimmer paper. I love glimmer paper. And the sentiment I'm using some Melon Mambo ink, and I'm using this stamp set, which is the window shopping stamp set. Loads of different sentiments on here. I haven't really. Had I used this set? I don't think I'd used the dies, which were great, but I hadn't used the stamps, and I thought it would be perfect for this because you want people to open a gift bag. So I'm using the little Open Me sentiment, which it just fits in the 3/4 inch punch. And then I'm going to use sentiments. I've got my glue dots out. but not sentiments, dimensionals. Excuse me while I look for my dimensionals, because I don't think... Oh, maybe we'll use glue dots. I just worry that glue dots aren't going to stick to the glimmer paper very well, but I'm sure it'll all be fine. So I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on, just... No. She does like to help, bless her. So, don't knock the tripod, missus. I think cats are going to have to be... Ruby. Sorry about the... Hang on. Come here a minute, please. Thank you very much. And so I can take the peg off. And there we have our 2 little gift bags. And as you can see, I've been fiddling a bit with this one, and I didn't... This is the difference between scoring the paper and just folding it. You get much neater bag if you score it. So I definitely think that's the way to go. So thank you for watching. Sorry about the cat intervention, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.